Hey everyone, it's Melissa. Today's video is on what is a doula? What is this word? You've been hearing it everywhere. Maybe you had a friend who has had one. I want to get that clear and help you understand what it is that I do. And I also want to talk a bit about what the difference is between a doula and a midwife, because I think that's really important, and I think that people get a little bit confused on what the different roles are because they are very different. And a lot of people think that you might not necessarily need both, or that you need to pick one over the other, which is definitely not true. So I definitely want to dive into that today. So I'm super excited. So what I do as a doula. So I support individuals or couples who are pregnant with emotional and physical support during pregnancy, and then through labor. And then I also work with postpartum clients. So a little bit kind of what it looks like for like a doula package with myself is that I usually do 2 prenatal classes with like the individual or the couple. And that's when we kind of go through like what your birth plan is, what your hopes and what your worries are. And we kind of try to talk through those so that there's just less fear around birth and more confidence and more excitement. So that's really exciting. So we kind of go through that, and then we talk about like natural ways to have pain management. And then we also go through all the different types of medications that you can get at the hospital if that's where the birth is going to be. Otherwise, it could be at a birth center or at home. So I'm completely unbiased on where my client should birth. That is completely their opinion. That is not something that a doula should like impose on the individual giving birth. So my job, and a job as a doula overall, is to just be there to support the clients, to give them information so that they can make the proper decisions for themselves. So it's a really exciting job, and you get to experience the most beautiful life event with these people or with the person who gives birth, which is just the most amazing thing, and I can't even describe the feeling. So now we're going to go into a little bit about what the difference is between a doula and a midwife. Okay, so let's talk about the schooling a little bit first for a midwife, because that is definitely where the difference is when it comes to what we do. Is a midwife schooling is like above and beyond. They are doctors. So it's usually around 8 years in length. They usually have like a 4-year bachelor degree, and then they have around like 1 or 2 years of nursing experience, and then it could be 3+ years as a nurse in a midwifery program. So that is a lot of schooling, and they are full-on doctors. They're there to do all the medical decisions for the mom and babe. And so that is very different from what a doula does. So let's just go into a little bit then what a doula does and what's like the doula schooling looks like. So there's a lot of different certifying bodies for doulas. They range from like a weekend course to what I took, which was a 13.5-week course at Pacific Rim College. I'm going to put a link below. I got a shout out to them because it is the most amazing course ever. I know I'm totally biased because I went there, but yeah, it was truly amazing. So the course at Pacific Rim College is a 270-hour program. So we go through prenatal, birth, and postpartum work. It's one of the most comprehensive doula programs in North America. It's truly amazing, guys. You really need to check it out if you are willing to locate to the west coast of Canada, because it's on Vancouver Island in British Columbia. Beautiful place. Like, to go for like 3 months you will never regret that decision. It's completely amazing. So I just want to talk about like a little bit about what we learned in our doula program and some of the courses. So of course we did like the fundamentals of anatomy and physiology for being a doula. So just knowing like what happens during pregnancy to the body, and then also what happens during labor and how the body changes so that baby can come out. Of course, we did like training in ethics. We did a little bit of intro to midwifery just to become accustomed to what a midwife does, the role that they have, just so that we can be more educated, so that when we're working with midwives that we have, you know, that respect, which you should have anyways, whether you do a course or not. But just knowing and being educated is really key. So we did a lot of like family support work. We also got to do some amazing classes like herbal medicine for doulas. We got to do Tai Chi. We did acupressure, yoga therapy, and then we also got to do business skills for building our own businesses after the course, which was like so crucial. And I think business for anything, whether you are like for any type of practitioner, is so crucial and so important, because you can have this clear vision of what you want, but I feel like without a business course or just a little bit more structure, it's really hard to gather all those ideas and put them on a website or put them on a Facebook page and start to kind of talk to clients. It was a really amazing course for me, and it really helped me, and it helped build my business to what it is now. So now I'm just going to go into a couple more things just on the difference between a midwife and a doula, just kind of the roles that they take on and how it's different. So a midwife is going to run like prenatal tests. They're going to advise and give you all the information on the health during your pregnancy, all throughout your birth and through your postpartum period. They usually will work with a family up until about 6 weeks after the baby's born. So they're also going to monitor you. They do all of like the physical exams, anything medical. That is all what a midwife does. And so a doula, our job is not medical at all. So if there's ever a doula that you meet that is trying to give you medical advice, that is trying to do internal exams, even, just any type of exams, that is not our role. And that's really, it's a really touchy place. That's just something at the end of the day, I'm not comfortable with that. That's not part of my scope. And that is not something that I do or that I think other doulas should do, because that is not our place. So I'll leave it at that. But so some other things that we do, like I said earlier, is we create birth plans with you. We really just kind of want to get your vision for how you want your birth. At the end of the day, birth is unpredictable. We can't guarantee that your birth plan is going to go from A to Z completely the way that we write it, but to just pick out the things that you really want to focus on having is important, and it gives you confidence, and it helps kind of build us as a team to know like what you want and how to support you during that time. So to finish off our talk today, I'm going to talk a little bit about my business and what I do. So I am a holistic nutritionist and a certified holistic doula. My business is Wind in the Willows Holistic Support. So I'll give all the links to that below. But I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about like the services that I offer. My specialty is in reproductive health, fertility, hormone balancing, and pregnancy. I also work a lot with men's health as well, because I feel like that piece sometimes gets lost in the mix of whether that's fertility treatments or if you're trying to conceive naturally, or even just during pregnancy. There's a lot of stress and there's a lot of things that go on for both individuals who are having a baby. So I want to be there to support all aspects of that. So that's kind of what my business is. I do Skype consultations because I feel like there should be access to the support you need, whether you are in the same city as me or you're completely across the world. Skype is amazing. It can connect us all. So that's what I do. And I'm going to list my website below so you can look at my services, my pricing. If you have any questions, just send me an email or put a comment. And remember to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. See you later.